Hi, this is Zubair. Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Ricky. We are here actually for a course named Azure Security Engineer Associate, right? Its code is AZ500, and this is our actually demo session. So we will be discussing about this course. I mean, what is this course and how we will actually going to cover it. So my name is Zubair Gill. I am Microsoft certified trainer since many years, and I have been delivering trainings related to Microsoft courses, the Azure, the Azure Security, the Office 365, and now it's MS 365, and also some other Microsoft products like Microsoft SharePoint administration and the Microsoft project and a few more. So this is what I have been involved in trainings, and I have some other roles as well. I am an IT professional and I am providing consultancy to many organizations here in Pakistan, and I've been involved in curriculum development even at my country national level. But my major introduction is I am a trainer, and especially I am a Microsoft certified trainer. Right. So we are here at a platform. Can you see my screen? Shared screen?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can see the screen.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So we are actually at a platform named iTechNets. I hope you have seen this website while exploring this course offer. So iTechNet is providing various certification courses in many domains like DevOps, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, VMware, Red Hat, Cisco, and there are so many others. So you can explore this website and you may get further information. And even then, if you have some more queries, you can reach us via WhatsApp and the other ways. The institute has actually informed you how to contact them for more query, right? So this is my short introduction. I actually want you to, if you like to introduce yourself in your introduction, I would be happy if you give your short introduction and tell us about your education. And if you are an IT professional, if you are doing job in any IT firm or in an IT department, and the most importantly, if you have any previous trainings with you, or especially when we are here for Azure actually security course. So it means that you are actually, you know about Microsoft Azure and maybe you are certified AZ900 certified or AZ104 certified. So can you please introduce yourself? I think starting from Jitin, if I am pronouncing it right.
Yeah, it's right.
Okay, you can turn on your camera if you like, or if you don't like, no problem. So welcome, Jitin.
Hello. I think I turned on my video, but I don't know you are getting or not.
Okay, we can see you and we can hear you. You may continue, please.
Yeah, I'm Jidin. I'm working here in Astel. We are mainly for distribution business. I am taking care of technical support for my company. We are doing technical support for Huawei, Dahua, and some other brands. Okay, and I had certification like CCNA and some cyber security. I see MCSA also, but I don't have any certification related with the cloud platform. So I'm looking for starting with some take some certification from a cloud platform.
Okay.
That's all.
So do you know something about Azure Cloud and I mean, you can say the basic understanding is prerequisite for this course. So if you
No, no,
know
no,
little
no, no,
about Microsoft Azure, that
no,
can
no.
help you actually in this training.
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. Actually, I don't know much more about it. I just
Okay.
here to know about, and then only I can find how can I explore my career into this platform.
Okay, that's good. Nice to know. So what's your country, please?
I'm nationality Indian,
Okay. So you
but I
you
am working
yeah.
at Saudi Arabia.
Okay, you are actually based from India and you are actually working in Saudi Arabia. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
That's great. So, thank you very much,
Okay, nice
Jitin.
meeting you.
Nice meeting.
Yeah.
So, who is next? Who is going to introduce himself? It's Ricky Duran or Hasib.
Hello. Good evening here, Saudi Arabia.
Okay, good evening.
Uh,
Here, also from Pakistan. So I
yes,
think you are actually traveling, right?
yes. I'm sorry because I'm driving right now, so
Okay,
I
no
can
worries.
focus to speak and because and I would like to introduce myself also.
Okay, Ricky, is it easy for you to actually talk while driving?
Yeah,
So,
I don't mind because I'm working with Bluetooth in my car.
okay, right.
That's fine. I can speak at least. At least I can introduce myself. And yeah, Mr. Enrique Duran, working in a health holdings company in Saudi Arabia, which the
Right,
company is under with Ministry of Health.
right.
I am the in charge of Azure Clouds administrator also in our level one support. My work title is, and I'm really interested to work and to have the certificate in Azure. I don't know what's the title of this Azure, by the way, because I don't have yet any Azure certificate.
Okay.
I
But
mean,
but
I have a
have you any idea or any previous knowledge about Microsoft Azure?
Microsoft what? Sorry.
Microsoft Azure, have you any idea or knowledge about Microsoft Cloud, that is Microsoft Azure?
Yeah. To be honest, our server here in my company is all the cloud based. We are in
Okay,
Azure and Office 365 also.
okay,
So
good.
I have a deep knowledge about this Azure technology because previously in my work, we work in premise type of server for Active
Okay,
Directories and everything. So
okay, good.
I just have interested to take this part of this training because of uh, not prerequisite in the company, but to step up myself. And I hope you guys can help me about it to pass at least the exam. And thank you, and have a nice meeting to everyone. And I was wondering why we are only three guys here. Yes, four guys, five including. And thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Nice to know that you are actually an IT professional and you are already working with Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Cloud, and you are also familiar with Microsoft 365. That's great. And Mr. Hasib, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, okay. Walaikum Assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
I'm fine. Great.
Okay,
So
I'm
see,
working with,
yeah,
yes, I'm in machine stock and I'm working as a system administrator in Saudi Arabia. And we
good.
are working mostly, our platform is on OCI. So I'm responsible for our clients and I'm responsible for all our office infrastructure and our business infrastructure also. So the cloud Azure, I know a little bit, but I don't have any certification or experience. But I have Microsoft certified professional in server 2016 and 2022 also. But
Okay,
I
great.
want to move to improve myself. I was thinking to go for the Microsoft Azure, and also I am certified Microsoft OCI associate. Okay,
Okay,
but
that's
I did
great.
not work on it before, and I
That's
want
great.
to understand, and I will see how it's going.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, have you some knowledge about Microsoft Azure previously?
No, I know that I have actually created my account,
Okay.
create some machines on it already, and testing,
Okay.
but I did not have any proper. I did not study actually about this. But on OCI, I have very good experience. I'm deploying and managing our infrastructure, and it's, I think, all the clouds, most of them are similar. There is yes, something different. Some features are different. And
Yeah.
yesterday, I have finished my class and get the certification for the Docker and Kubernetes from STC Academy. And now we'll
Okay.
go for the official certification on the Docker also.
Okay, it's great that you have actually training about the Docker and Kubernetes. It's really great. These are excellent features. Okay, that's great. So we are actually going to discuss the things that are in this course, and you know the course name is actually Azure Security Engineer Associate, right? So this is actually the course name. I think someone is joining, and let's have an introduction. Muhammad Abdul Majid. Uh, are you guys with us? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Abdul Hadi. Actually, we are actually going to introduce each other. My name is Zubair, and I am the instructor for this course. Can you tell little about you? That if you are an IT professional and if you have a little bit idea about Microsoft Azure, that is cloud, or if you have a previous knowledge of these things, would you like to tell us something about you?
Sure. I am an IT professional from since 2004.
Oh, that's
I
great.
graduated as a computer engineer and I've been working since. I've worked for like 10 years as a developer,
Right.
just full stack developer, and then went ahead into project management as well as into specializations of different information systems.
Okay, that's great.
Regarding Azure, I started a course on fundamentals, but wasn't able to complete it. I have a little bit of idea because I have also done courses in Amazon
Okay,
fundamentals
good.
also.
Good. So that's great. It's better that you have actually something that you have studied some actually AZ 900, that is your fundamental course. So, okay, I think you can see my screen. So we are going to actually explore the course named Azure Security Engineer Associate, right? So its code is AZ 500, right? And in this course, actually, you will be applying security to Microsoft Cloud products and Microsoft Cloud actually services. And what are the actually areas? So you can see that as the cloud security engineer, you implement, manage, and monitor security for resources in Azure and multi-cloud and hybrid environments. So hybrid environments, are actually if some organization has on-premises deployments, and some deployments are in the cloud, and they are integrated. So we say that this is our hybrid environment. Okay. So what are the domains in this actually course? There are actually 4 major domains. The first one is identity and access, and then data and applications and networks. So we will be actually managing the security postures and identifying and remediating the vulnerabilities and performing threat modeling and implementing threat protection. So these are the actually responsibilities as a security engineers. So after completing this country, you can say that you can better actually perform these responsibilities with you. Okay, so we have to actually secure the Microsoft Entra ID. That is the core actually authentication platform, in Microsoft Azure. And okay, if any of you have the idea about Microsoft Entra ID, I would like to hear from you guys. If someone likes to tell me what is Microsoft Entra ID, so that I want to actually make this session some interactive. So if someone is interested, if someone can tell, I will be more than happy to listen from you. So
As
yeah.
basic knowledge, sorry for interrupt. Today in our Azure Active Directory, it was changed recently to Microsoft Infra as infrastructure. So it is patterns for Active Directory, right? On premise.
Right.
So we created accounts there, and this one was integrated to Office 365 for the license and everything.
Yes,
so
you're right.
Yes, this is how briefly explanation from me.
Yeah, you are right. You are absolutely right. Actually, Microsoft has recently renamed the Azure Active Directory to Microsoft Entra, right? So previously we say that someone has Active Directory identification, Active Directory account. So now we say that it's Microsoft Entra ID. Okay, so specifically talking about this course, so Microsoft has recently actually changed or updated or upgraded its various courses. So this course has been updated, or many other courses have been updated on October 30. Microsoft will be updating on October 30, 2024. So sometimes there are minor, some actually updations or upgrades we can see. Anyhow, if we see the official study guide from Microsoft about this course, so you can go at this link, or if you like, I can share this link in chat window. So you can actually see there. I'm actually inserting it in chat window, right? Let me copy it. Okay, you can see the link. I have sent this link in the chat window, right? So if I click skills measured as on October 30, 24, you can see that here is the audience profile. Audience profile means who can actually attend this course. So this is for you. But what we have to discuss in this course is the identity and access and data application networks. And again, here are the responsibilities that we have just talked about. And we are actually going to see the course, the syllabus for this course. So there are 4 modules, right? The first one is managing identity and access, that how we can actually create account and how we can create groups and how we can manage the identity and access. And you can see the percentage, that is if you decide for exam. So here is the percentage that might come in your exam, that 25 to 30% of the questions will come from this module, right? And 20 to 25% questions may come from how you can secure your networking. And then 20 to 25% questions may come from secure compute, storage, and database. And again, 20 to 30% questions may come from managed security operations. So these are actually our four actually learning paths, and we have further modules in these learning paths. So let's explore each of these. So this is the first learning path, and these are the actually modules inside this. And again, these are the topics, right? So talking about the first learning path, that is manage identity and access. So we have the first module, that is manage Microsoft Entra identities. So, okay, we will be discussing and managing and securing Entra users, I mean user accounts that are available in Microsoft Azure. And then what are the groups and how we can secure these groups. And we can actually secure, we have to actually secure the external identities. External identity means if some organization has some internal users and groups, but that organization also allows external users, I mean users from other organizations, to actually collaborate to join this organization, maybe for temporarily work or maybe any reason. So external users can also join our organization. We can actually say technically tenant, right? So external users can actually join our tenant. So how to manage and how to secure those external identities is also part of our actually study. So how we can secure external identities and how we can implement Microsoft ID protection. So this is all about this actually module. And the second module in our first learning path is manage Microsoft Entra authentication. So there are many type of authentications, but you may have already listened about this multi-factor authentication. So again, can somebody tell me that what is multi-factor authentication? I hope you people are already using it in your daily life.
Sorry to interrupt. Our MFA, authenticator we use in authenticator applications also by OTP.
Okay, you are right. So this is not just entering the passwords to authenticate, but actually sometimes you get some PIN or some special code on your mobile device, and this is actually one of the example of multi-factor authentication. Although there are other as well, we will be discussing in our course. But you are right. Okay, so this is about authentication. So there are other methods like password-less authentication, and how we can implement password protection, and we can actually enjoy the single sign-on facility. So single sign-on means if we have login to any cloud service, maybe Azure, so we can access many services or many products. Suppose if you get login in Microsoft 365, so there are many applications like you can use Microsoft Word online, you can use Microsoft Excel online, you can use SharePoint online, right? And you can use other many, you can use Microsoft Teams as well. And you
Yes, sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
And in that Microsoft Office 365 license, I think it depends to the type of license, like E3, Basic, or E5. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, there are many types of licenses like E1, E3, E5. And single sign-on is available in E3 as well and E5 as well. No worries. Okay. So we can use single sign-on and single sign-on with other identity providers. We can also use those other identity providers, and we can see various authentication methods as well. And here is a different thing, like this term is authentication and this is authorization. Like, so there is a difference between authentication and authorization. Authentication means getting login, right? Authentication means that we actually give to the system our ID. Like, suppose if I tell someone my name and my password actually. So this is authentication. If system recognize me, so I got authenticated. But if I have been providing any authorization, this is another question. Like after getting the authentication, authentication means the user is valid, the user is legitimate, right? So what user can access? Can user access some data? This is authorization. So after authentication, we have to discuss about the authorization. We have to make sure that the users or groups are authorized for what, which subscriptions they have, which resource groups access they have, and the other actually products and services they have, what level of authorization they have, how long they, since when they have this authorization, how long they will get the authorization. So these are all about the authorization, right? So there are many built-in roles. We can assign these roles to users for authorization purpose. So after there are two type of roles. The one category is Azure roles, and the second category is Microsoft Entra roles. So combination of these roles actually provide us the highest level of authorization with security. Microsoft Entra has a special actually domain named permission management. So we can actually manage the permissions inside our Microsoft Entra. So there are many other actually management systems, and there are actually conditional access policies as well. Conditional access policies mean whenever the access is required, only grant a user access for a limited time, right? So these are conditional access policies for limited time, or if a user can actually fulfill some special requirements. So based on that condition, the cloud will actually give them some permissions. I mean, cloud will authorize to actually access some resources, right? And then we have manage Microsoft Entra application access. So again, here are the other actually authentication mechanisms. Like one of them is OAuth, right? Developers know better what is this, but okay, here is this is all about authorization, and where we actually grant permissions to our users, and we can actually register our apps in our cloud system in Microsoft Azure, and we can actually manage the scope of these permissions, right? And there are permission consent as well. There are service principles, and yes, the bottom line is we have to manage managed identities for Azure resources. There we may have some actually managed identities as well in our Azure cloud, and we have to make sure that what kind of access those managed identities may have, right? So again, there is another learning path, and that is secure networking. Okay, remember the first learning path is about managing identity, right? So it's about users, it's about groups, it's about access, and access includes authentication and authorization, right? And then the second actually learning path is all about secure networking. So we can secure the networking. How we can secure networking, we have to discuss in this. In cloud environment, there are no physical networks, but there are actually virtual networks. And we can implement security by applying the network security groups and application security groups, right? So network security groups are actually, you can say it's a kind of firewall. It's a kind of access control list. If someone has worked with Cisco or layer 3 devices of any actually vendor. So you have actually a concept of access control lists. So network security groups are actually, you can say this is a similar concept. We can grant access, or we can actually stop the traffic based on IP addresses and source IPs or source networks and destination IPs and destination networks. And we can actually apply the specials for application security groups. So these are this kind of security is on higher layers, and these are for some specific actually kind of for special servers, like for web servers, right? So if we want to apply some special kind of security for web servers or some special kind of security for database servers, so we will be applying application security groups. Yes, routing is there. We can use the system routes. We can actually define our own routes, and we can actually redirect traffic according to our routing. We can actually create a network peering or VPN gateway. When we say that we are, some organization is working in cloud, and we have resources in cloud environment, and we may have multiple virtual networks in that cloud, multiple virtual networks. So if we have multiple virtual networks, okay, then we have to connect those virtual networks with each other or according to our requirements. So we may sometime peer network 1 to network 2, and we can actually connect these networks for better communication. If we are connected to any VPN office, VPN, normally it's a remote site, and we can create VPN, and users can use that VPN to connect to their office, to their remote site. So then we require the VPN gateway to fulfill this purpose. And there are other things as well, like secured virtual hub and VPN connectivity, including point-to-point and point-to-site and site-to-site. So these are the two types of VPN. The one is the site-to-site, mean one office to other office, and the other one is point-to-site, where your employees, you have multiple employees and you have one VPN location, and the multiple employees, actually multiple users actually connect their office by using actually point-to-site VPN service. So there are express routes. These are special actually. This is the special actually line to connect your on-premises setup to Microsoft Azure cloud. And all the things that we are discussing is, we will be discussing all the things with security perspective. We have to secure all of these, right? So we will actually learn how we can configure firewall in cloud environment, and you can see that there are network watcher. So this is the network actually, as its name shows, that this tool is actually watching your network, watching the traffic of your network, and it actually records some of the network traffic actually, so that it can present you better statistics about your network. So there is logging about the NSG, again, network traffic logging. This is so the other actually topic is implement security for private access to Azure resources, right? So there are network services endpoints, right? These are the special endpoints we can see. Say, suppose there is a storage, we have storage. Okay, so there will be a service endpoint for that storage. So how we can secure that service point? So there may be many services, so there may be many endpoints. So we have to secure all of these endpoints, right? So this is all about these. There are many Azure functions and Azure app service environments, and then there are the SQL managed instances. We will be discussing that how we can actually secure all of these kind of our assets. So this course is all about security, right? So please keep this in mind that this is all about the security. So it was private access to Azure resources, and then we have public access to Azure resources. Private access means that organization is planning access for its internal purpose, for its internal usage, for its internal employees, etc. And this is how an organization can actually plan to give access, to manage access for actually public, I mean the internet users, right? So there are many things that we have to actually configure, and we have to make sure the security for those. So these are the Azure App Services and API management, and then we have Azure Firewall, and we have to discuss the firewall policies, and there is a Azure Application Gateway, Content Delivery Network, and then Application Firewall, and we have to protect from DDoS attacks. Okay, again, for actually interactivity purpose, who will tell me that what is Content Delivery Network? CDN, normally it's called CDN. If someone like to comment on this, I think no. So okay, let me explain it. Okay, yes,
Very
Abdul
similar
Hadi.
to,
Okay.
yes, it's a very similar situation as you have caches in different areas. So what is it happening is that it stores some of the data that is readily always accessible. So it is available readily for the customers or any of the clients who are accessing in that area. So CDN is actually a network where they store those files, so it will be transferred quickly.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Like we can actually take example from YouTube. So if we say that a video is being watched all over the world, so that video will be copied to the viewer's nearest location, right? To the nearest actually storage location. So you are right. Thanks for actually telling us. Okay, again, we in our learning path number 3, we will be discussing the how we can secure our compute, storage, and databases, right? So these are the things actually we have to plan and implement remote access to public endpoints, including Azure Bastion and just-in-time virtual machine access. So Azure Bastion is a latest actually mechanism to how we can connect actually to our maybe virtual machines. Like normally when we create a virtual machine, we actually connect to that virtual machine using the remote desktop. But Azure Bastion is the latest way and the secured way, more secure way to actually connect to the virtual machine without a remote desktop. And then in addition that just-in-time virtual machine access. So just-in-time means that we do not grant access to any user for forever, right? We actually grant them access for the time that they actually need to access that virtual machine for the limited time. So there are Kubernetes services. We can use these services as well, and we have Azure actually provide these services, Kubernetes services, and Dockers. And in this course, we will be discussing how we can actually secure Microsoft Azure Kubernetes services. So Azure Kubernetes services, I think Ricky was telling us that he is using Azure Kubernetes, right? Hello, Ricky. Can you hear? Okay. No.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So I think you was telling that you are using Azure Kubernetes and Docker.
No, I said I have just done recent certification for Kubernetes and Docker. Docker we apply on our some of projects. We apply actually some platforms with Docker.
With Docker, okay. So great. The Docker and Azure Kubernetes are the actually again these are the latest concepts above the virtualization layer, right? So when we use actually virtualization using the Hyper-V or some other tools, we can actually make the virtual machines, and we have to make the whole virtual machine. But working with the Dockers and containers, you don't need to create a whole virtual machine actually. We can actually use our hosting operating system, and we just use the essential components from our operating system to make the new containers. Containers are like virtual machines, and we can actually put the essential components.
Yes, that one we call Swarm, and we have some projects which I deployed on Swarm server.
Okay,
we have a solution with the multiple Docker containers, and we have multiple VMs involved in there to manage our application.
Okay, so if you have actually multiple containers, and then you manage them, then you orchestrate them using Kubernetes, right? So if you have a few containers, you can manually manage, but if you have many containers,
yes, actually we can do this one through Swarm, but now the Kubernetes are the latest version from the Google, which is more advanced, and for the large scale environments we are using the Kubernetes. But if you have one single application, you can use through the Swarm server. You can deploy through the Swarm server to manage easily your application containers, everything.
Exactly. So the Kubernetes is there. Kubernetes is in AWS. Kubernetes in Google, and Kubernetes is there in Microsoft Azure as well, right? So we have to actually secure and monitor the AKS, Azure Kubernetes environment. So this is all about the security, about the, you can say that the container apps and the container instances and the container registry. So we will be discussing how we can actually secure our such environments. And then how we can secure our storage about our Azure storage, or even our on-premises storage. So we have to create our storage accounts in Microsoft Azure, and then we may have some special access keys to access those storage. And there are many types of storage. The one of them is Azure Files, and the other one is Blob, and the third one is Stable, and the fourth one is queues. And we have to actually configure and all these access actually for all these kind of storage, like for files and blobs and tables and queues. So we have to actually make sure that how we can access these, and our data should be remain actually secured, and protection against data security threats, including soft delete, backups, versioning, and immutable storage. So we all have to discuss all these things, right? So then, we may have Azure SQL databases in our Azure cloud environment. So we have to actually make sure that how our databases are actually getting authenticated. There are several ways to get authentication for Microsoft SQL Server, including simple authentication using the database, actually username and IDs, but we have to secure the SQL Server and SQL databases. So there are many methods, and we will be discussing that what are these methods and how we can actually secure all this. This was the third actually learning path, and it was about how we can secure our compute, storage, and databases, right? And we have seen that we have something to secure in our compute environment, that is Kubernetes and containers, and then we have many type of storage, and we have to actually secure those, and we have databases, and we have to secure these databases as well. Then the last actually learning path is for managed security operations. So this is the overall actually concept of security, that how we can actually plan, implement, and manage governance for security, right? So this is about governance. Well, we have Azure policies, and we can implement those policies to secure our Azure environments. And we have actually Azure blueprints, and we have landing zones, and we have Azure key vaults to actually save and secure our passwords and our security keys. And there are even more dedicated hardware security modules we can use. And when we say that we have Azure key vaults, and then we have to actually manage the certificates, secrets, and keys, and we have to actually configure key rotation so someone cannot actually get access to some special key. So the key will be actually being changed all the time, right? And then we have to manage security posture by using Microsoft Defender for cloud. So Microsoft Defender is there. You see that you have an application in your Microsoft Windows 10 or 11 computer, that is Microsoft Defender. So basically, it is an antivirus actually you are using. So if you are in Microsoft Cloud, and there is other actually platform technique, and that is the name is same, that is Microsoft Defender, but this time it's Microsoft Defender for cloud, right? So we can actually configure that Microsoft Defender for cloud for security of our cloud, and you can see that there are assess compliance against security frameworks. So this cloud-based Microsoft Defender is actually compliant to the security actually standards for modern cloud, right? So we can trust actually this Microsoft Defender for this purpose. Okay. So it's all about Microsoft Defender for cloud in this actually module, and then we can see that we have to manage security posture by using Microsoft Defender for cloud. And in our second actually module, again, it's using Microsoft Defender for cloud, but we will be doing configure and manage threat protection, right? So the previous one was the security posture, and now actually we have to manage our threat protection. So here are many things. You can see that Microsoft Defender for cloud, including Microsoft Defender for storage, databases, containers, app services, key vault, and resource manager. So all of these things can be secured by using Microsoft actually Defender for cloud, right? So configure Microsoft Defender for servers, for Azure SQL databases. So manage and respond to security alerts in Microsoft Defender for clouds. So this is actually manage and respond to security alerts, and configure workflow automation. This can also be done, and evaluate vulnerability scans from Microsoft Defender for Server. So you can see that all the security requirements are being fulfilled by Microsoft Defender for Cloud. So again, configure and manage security monitoring and automation solution. Well, we can, after implementing actually the security, we still have to monitor for security, that if it is doing all the things that we need, or there is something, there is some loophole inside that. So we have to monitor it. So there is Azure Monitor, a separate tool that is really great tool to actually monitor the Azure security. Microsoft Sentinel is there. This is the latest Microsoft security actually product. So again, it actually configure data connectors in Microsoft Sentinel. So create and customize analytics rules. We can actually create some analytic rules for Microsoft Sentinel, and then evaluate alerts and incidents in Microsoft Sentinel. So Microsoft Sentinel is included in this course as a module, as a complete module. So we will be discussing Microsoft Sentinel. So this is all about the course outline. Actually, I have tried to discuss all the course, that what we will be actually learning in this course. I have also shared this link in the chat window. You can actually explore this one, right? And then I am going to also share a link from Microsoft Learn environment, right? So Microsoft Learn is actually the official platform for any course. Actually, all the learning paths and all the modules are here, and you can actually explore any of these. Suppose if I want to explore manage identities and access, so I can click on it, and I can explore all the actually modules that are available in this, and you can see that all the topics are here, and you can even enhance your study by visiting and by actually reading these modules. And at the end, if you actually go through with this learning, and this will be your reference study material as well, and then you can go to your profile. You have to actually get registered at Microsoft Learn for free, and then you can see that here is your activity, and these are your batches that you have earned, and here are your trophies, and here you can see your transcript here, right? And the things will be compiled up here. Your certifications are there, and all the other things are here. And about your achievements, whenever you actually complete any of the module, or whenever you complete any learning path, you can see that you get actually batches. Suppose this badge is for implement row level security. So I can actually print this certificate, or I can share this share this on my social media, so that my friends can see my achievements, or your friends can see your achievements as well. Okay, so let me actually share this link as well. This was all about from me. We will be actually discussing this security course thoroughly. We will be discussing in the things in detail, and yes, there are labs as well, and I will explore how you can actually, how you have to do the labs to learn actually the more and more knowledge, to get more and more knowledge about this course. So if you people have any question, I'm here to answer those questions, or otherwise this is all over for me, my side.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, how many sessions do you have for the entire course?
Okay. So how many sessions are there for this course to complete this course? Okay. So this is actually not yet actually decided, but the institute team will actually contact with you to actually go through the registration process, and they will be explaining all these things to you. Normally, there are different models actually. If we do this learning in our weekdays, like, so then we will have 4 classes in a week, and we may actually complete this whole course in a month or within 2 months, right? So it depends how actually discuss the things in a single lecture. So the actually how many classes will be there, and what is the total duration of this course? All these questions will be answered by the institute actually, right?
Okay, and what about is there any facility to go through the tutorials like in the future? Like after completing this course, is there any way to get the materials for our future reference?
Oh
Is
yes,
it?
oh yes, the material that I have already given to you. You can see that here is the course, right? It's at Microsoft Learn environment. So you have to actually get registered for free of cost. There is no cost. You go to learn.microsoft.com, right? So create your profile account free of cost. And then if you go through to this course, like this is the name, Microsoft Security, Microsoft Certified Azure Security Engineer. So here are the modules. You can see that here are the learning paths and here are the modules. And I suppose if you select this one, it's the 500 manage identities and access. So you can see that, okay, yes, you can see that here is a learning path, AZ 500 manage identity and access. And here are the modules, right? So this is your actually study material. You can get all of your study material from here. And this is online. It means this is the latest study material that you may have.
So the platform we want to get some practicals that will be provided by your team, right?
Excuse me, what you
For
said?
lab environment, how will
Oh,
we get?
yes, I will be actually demonstrating the labs for you. How you have to do the labs, I will be exploring those labs. And yes, there, based on your question, there are some other actually facilities that Microsoft has providing to you, because this is all about Microsoft Azure, right? So Microsoft allows you to create Microsoft Azure account so that you can use actually Microsoft Azure freely for 1 month, right?
Okay.
Right. You can actually create free Azure account by visiting portal.azure.com actually. So here you can get registered for a free Azure account. And yes, you will be getting $200 as well as credit to use this Microsoft Azure platform. So I will tell you that how you can utilize those $200 for your lab purpose, right? So, but yes, you can actually create a free Microsoft Azure account. So this is actually Microsoft Azure dashboard to use actually Microsoft to create virtual machine or to create other resources. So you have actually $200. Once you create your Microsoft Azure account, you get $200 to be utilized on this environment. So by using those $200, you can easily actually do your labs. And yes, there are other third-party lab providers. If you want to get access, so you can get subscription for those labs as well. So providers actually provide labs for Microsoft courses, for Azure courses, for 365 courses, or even AWS courses, or many other courses.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So any further questions?
Hi, everyone. Actually, I want to introduce myself. I just need 4 to 5 minutes, all of you. That I'm Sohaib, and I'm the one who's conducting this class. I'm speaking at the behalf of iTechNets, the institute actually. And Jitin, I just want to answer you about your question that regarding this course. Actually, once we're starting this course, you will get all the recordings, and I will be the one who will provide you and lectures and all the materials you will get through in the drive. Inshallah, by tomorrow I will make a classroom on the Google, and you will get all the material. All right.
Okay, I think
Okay.
we actually lost your voice.
Voice.
Oh, okay. I'm really sorry. I said I will make the classroom by tomorrow on the Google. So whatever with the sessions is going on online, they will be uploaded on the cloud. So you will have all the access to see the sessions. If you miss by any chance, if any session you will miss, you will get in the classroom. So you will have the recordings with you. Don't worry about that.
So Sohaib,
Okay.
you are
And-
instructor for this class?
No, sir. No. Mr. Zubair is the instructor, Muhammad Zubair.
Okay, thank you.
And Jitin, one more question about from your side.
Have we discussed what's the fee for the course?
I'll suggest you to, chat with me on the WhatsApp. I will tell you that there is no issues with that. I think everybody in the classroom have my WhatsApp number.
Yeah.
I think the course duration, as we decided, it was like 2 months. Thank you everyone to joining us. It is our pleasure that you spare your time with us. And once again, thank you very much, sir. Zubair.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.